everybody. Welcome back to Chit Chat and Tea with Amanda Marie. Welcome to another episode of Choosing an Attitude of Gratitude. This is episode 2 in my series that I've been working on, where I'm discussing with you guys this book, Choosing an Attitude of Gratitude, Your Journey to Joy by Nancy Lee DeMoss. I'm here to discuss the next chapter that I've read with you guys today. I hope you guys had a good week. I hope that you guys were able to take some of those things that we talked about and think about them, and I hope it blessed you guys. Before I get into talking about the next chapter that I've read with you guys, I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy what I'm putting out there. I just want to tell you guys that I've been enjoying myself. It's been a lot of fun, and I've really been enjoying the process of going through and coming up with different videos to do for you guys, and I've just had a lot of fun with it, guys, and it's actually been a blessing to me. I'm enjoying it. So I hope you guys are being blessed. I hope you guys are enjoying my videos. I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. And if you do enjoy my channel, please subscribe and like and comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I just wanted to say that before we get into the next part of what we're going to be discussing in choosing gratitude. I have to say, guys, I've really been enjoying this book, and it's really helped me. Actually, I've had a bit of a rough week this past week. We've been doing a lot of things in my house, renovating and moving stuff around and getting rid of stuff and going through old stuff and purging through. And it's good, and I love that we're doing it. It's long overdue. But when you do that and you add that to regular life, it can be a bit overwhelming. So it's been a bit overwhelming, but we're at we're on the last leg of this project. There's many more to come, but we're going to take a little break, before my husband starts up the next one. But yeah, it's been good, but it's been a little hectic. And, so this book, actually, having this book in the back of my mind through this past week and everything is actually kind of helped me in a way too, because I kind of, I'm reading the book and I'm taking it in, and I'm really letting myself take in what she's, that I want to get to a new place in my own life where I really take having an attitude of gratitude more seriously, and I want to apply that to my life in a very, as she said in her last chapter that I loved, in a very vigilant and intentional way of really taking on that attitude of gratitude. So that's my goal here. And last week I shared with you guys, just a quick little review. Last week I shared with you guys that I'm doing in my home, I'm doing this like gratitude box or whatever you want to call it, in my home, where everybody puts in, you have a little box or whatever that you stick somewhere, dining room, kitchen, whatever, have a little pad of paper next to it, and people can jot down things they're thankful for, put it in the box. And then on Thanksgiving, you all can share that together and go over all the things that people put in there. So I just wanted to say that's something I shared in my first episode that I think it's a great idea to do for the month of November, preparing our hearts towards coming up to Thanksgiving, which is a holiday that we celebrate, and it's supposed to be all about what we're thankful for and really just focusing on all the things we have that God has given us to be thankful for. So that was just, for anybody who didn't see episode 1, that was something I shared for you guys as an idea to do for in your own family, in your own homes. So anyway, yeah, so I really, it is helping me in my life because, intentionally and vigilantly, no matter what's happening every day in and day out, every day has new, obstacles to overcome or whatever we're going through. Never mind out there in the world, right? That's a whole thing on its own. And then in our own home, in our own minds, in our own hearts, we have our own battles we're having, right? So, just keeping that attitude of gratitude is such a game changer, and it really just turns the tables, so to speak, on problems that we have, because if we change our attitude, it changes everything else in our life. It truly does. So many different things come to my mind. I'm not going to go there, but it truly is something that can be so beneficial for us in this walk, on this journey of life. I think it's so important if we can get this and we can really get a hold of this. It can be so beneficial. That's the big word that's in my mind right now, to our lives. So going on to chapter 2, and plus I'm asking myself every day, like she said in her in the first chapter, what is your gratitude quotient? So I ask myself every day, Amanda, what is your gratitude quotient today? Are you being grateful? Are you walking around in your home with your children, with your husband, in the supermarket with a heart of gratitude, like really showing that? I ask myself that every day now. I'm more conscious of it, where before, before I took this on and really made a decision to really focus on this, of course, some days I would think about it and feel bad, and be like, wow, you really just don't seem like a grateful person at this moment in time, if I had a bad attitude about something. But now I'm really self-aware about it. So yeah, for chapter 2, I'm going to just share with you guys some of the quick little, things that stuck out to me that I, highlighted and wanted to share. First one is, she says, the thing that we're after now is how to take what we know and make it what we live. How to make gratitude more than a perfunctory duty to be fulfilled. I say we start by making it our goal to have a heart that's as grateful toward God as the abounding grace he has poured out into our lives. This ought to keep us grateful for a long, long time, grateful to God. So yeah, I liked that because how to make it, this is a thing after now, it's how to take what we know and make it what we live. So it's one thing to have it in your mind that I'm grateful, I have so much to be grateful for, or have it in your heart, I'm grateful, but let's live it. She's saying, like, how do you live this, I want people to see me and to say, wow, she really is grateful. Sorry, I have to take a little drink. And, the most of all, the people that I'm really concerned about seeing me and looking at my life are my children. It's really easy to say to your kids, you know, or anybody, you know, hey, do this, do that, or whatever. If you're not living it and you're not exhibiting those traits in yourself, they're really not going to take you very seriously. And so the people I'm most concerned about influencing in this walk are my own children. And you know, I want to be that example to them of somebody who is a very grateful person and walks around with an attitude of gratitude. So I want to live it. You know, I don't want to just speak these words and say, oh, I'm so thankful and I'm this and that. I want to live it. So that really spoke to me, guys. Another thing that she says in this book that I really liked is that gratitude is something that is like, it spreads. It's contagious, you know? She says, when we give out of gratitude to God, we cause gratitude to well up in others' hearts as well. As a result, gratitude begets even more gratitude. As recipients of grace, we have now become channels of this grace we've received, so that others may become the beneficiaries of His grace as well. The end result is that even more gratitude springs up, directed not just towards us, but toward God. Their voices are joining together with ours in praise and appreciation. So I love that because, you know, when you show gratitude towards somebody and you take the time to do that through whatever, through a gift, through, and a gift doesn't just mean, you know, a present, but, you know, a gift of love, a gift of, you know, your time, a gift, a service, you know, that you can provide to somebody. What happens is that you bless that person and then that blesses you back even more. Like that, you know, I'm sure you guys have all heard, the person who gives the gift gets a bigger blessing than the person who has received the gift. And it is so true. It really is. And and then that person, you know, they're filled with that love and that joy and then they go and they want to bless somebody else and they feel gratitude, you know. So it's like it spreads. If we can just spread this out to people, you know, to our loved ones, to whoever, I think that that's what we should be doing, you know. I think that is a very good thing to do. So the other thing, you know, and speaking of gifts, she kind of goes into how, you know, let me just read it because it's easier just to read this little thing, this paragraph here. She says, why do we label the gifts that we give to each other? Why do we seldom give something that's totally anonymous where the other person has absolutely no idea who gave it to them? Why do we want them to know where this gift came from? Is it because we're vain or we can't stand the thought of being recognized as the giver? Is it because we love feeling superior to others? Or is it simply because we want them to know that we value and appreciate them? So, and she says, so when God says that every good gift and every perfect gift is from Him, you know, shouldn't we be doing, she says, how can it be appropriate to thank our lucky stars? And I know we've all probably heard that saying, you know, in our lives, thank your lucky stars, you know, when we should be thanking the one who made the stars, right? So, you know, I like that because, you know, it brings it down to the bottom line of the foundation of my attitude of gratitude is coming from a place of, you know, I am ultimately grateful to God for everything He's given me, because all of my gifts, everything I am grateful for is from Him, ultimately. He's the one that made everything. And He made the stars and the moon and the sky and the mountains and the trees and the forests and the ocean. And, He gave me my children, and my husband and my family and my friends and all of these things. And so, and if you parallel it, it's the reason God did just like when we give somebody a gift, right? Just like when I give somebody a gift and I put, to so and so from, me, I'm giving that person that gift because I want them to know that I love them. I want them to know that I appreciate them. I want them to know that I care for them. It's the same reason why God gave us the gifts that He's given us. It's because He wants us to know, that He loves us. And, it's a way of Him showing us these things so we can better understand His love for us. So I thought that was just a really cool, way of kind of looking at it and getting a little bit of a deeper understanding for that. So there's also a devotional in the back of this that I've been doing every day, and there were a few little gems in here that I wanted to share with you. This one really stood out to me. This is a quote from a friend of hers that she's known for many years, this man, and he said to her, "If tomorrow's supply depended on today's Thanksgiving, how much would I have tomorrow?" I thought that was really, really just powerful. And as a matter of fact, I want to frame that and put that somewhere in my house, because that really makes you think. And it really makes you think about it, because it's imagine, every day our level of thankfulness depended on what we were going to have for tomorrow. I think that we would all be super aware of what we're thankful for right now, and our attitude of thankfulness would be very high, because whatever we were thankful for today is what we were going to get tomorrow. So, and you know what? In the spiritual sense, it's true. Okay? It may not be so much true in the physical sense. It's not like if I'm super thankful for, a vacation to the Caribbean today, and I just keep thinking, oh, I'm just so thankful that, and I'm going to magically get a vacation to the Caribbean tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. But how it does work in the spiritual sense is that whatever I sow, I will reap. If I sow gratefulness today in my life, in my heart, towards others, I'm going to reap that. Okay? In the, as the days go on, I will reap that. So it is 100% true in the spiritual sense. Another thing that I wanted to share that kind of came to my mind when I was reading this and going through these things, is, and I think she mentioned it in here at one point, but basically taking, last episode we kind of focused on, like I had shared with you guys, the grateful box, writing down things we're thankful for. I'm keeping a little journal of, every day I write at least 3 things I'm thankful for. Things like this, that's all really good and great exercises and habits to get into. But this week I just want to kind of focus on taking it from that and taking it to the next step which is now expressing gratitude. And yeah, actually it's right here. So expressing gratitude. So gratitude, this is kind of like the definition of gratitude. It's the learning to recognize and express appreciation for the benefits we have received from God and from others. So right there, number one, you recognize it. You recognize what you're grateful for, who you're grateful for, why you're grateful for them. The second step is let's express this gratitude. So I want to challenge you guys this week, and I'm doing this to myself too, to take it to that next step, and let's start expressing gratitude to people. So my challenge to you guys is like at least maybe 2 people in your life. It can be, it doesn't matter, family member, somebody that you work with, or even someone that the cashier at the grocery store or whatever, to express gratitude to at least 2 people this week, if not more. And to start practicing doing that. And, and like I said, there's different ways we can do this. There's, gifts, giving gifts. And now we all know for birthdays, Christmas, so on, we give gifts. But I'm talking about more of like an unexpected moment of expressing this gratitude. So, like gifts, or even just, saying to somebody, hey, I'm really thankful for you. You know what? I am so grateful you're in my life. I appreciate you, and why you appreciate that particular person, and just expressing this to people, or like I said, there's acts of service, doing something for someone, or, saying, hey, can I, babysit your kids, or I don't know, you know what I mean? Just there's different things we can do to express our gratitude, to people. So that's just an idea of another thing we can do this month to kind of work on, working on having that attitude of gratitude, because gratitude is a verb. It's an action, it's something that we need to act on. Of course, again, we take it in, we meditate on things we're grateful for, we thank God for those things, we keep them in our hearts and our minds, but we also need to take action and live this out. Like she said, let's live this out. So that's just a little challenge I want to put out there for myself, for you guys. To close up for today, guys, she talks about this friend a woman that she interviewed at some point. And this woman, for 50 some odd years, this woman she has been memorizing scripture. And I guess she just, she knew a lot of scripture by heart, which is really amazing. And, she was telling the woman in the interview, the woman was telling her in this interview that, she said, it's really been beneficial to me, because she said, for example, if I start to feel down or I start to feel blue, she said, I just start quoting Psalm 103. And then the woman proceeded to quote Psalm 103 to her. And she just said it was a really powerful, example to her. So I thought I would close up today with reading you guys from Psalm 103. I'm just going to read verses 1 through 12, and I'm just going to share that with you guys. So, bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquities, who heals all your diseases, who redeems your life from destruction, who crowns you with loving kindness and tender mercies, who satisfies your mouth with good things so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. The Lord executes righteousness and justice for all who are oppressed. He made known his ways to Moses, his acts to the children of Israel. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger and abounding in mercy. He will not always strive with us, nor will he keep his anger forever. He has not dealt with us according to our sins, nor punished us according to our iniquities. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. As a father pities his children, so the Lord pities those who fear him. For he knows our frame, and he remembers that we are dust. As for man, his days are like grass, as a flower of the field, so he flourishes. For the wind passes over it, and it is gone, and in its place remembers it no more. I'm reading more than up to 12, guys. It's so beautiful, I had to keep going. But the mercy of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him, and his righteousness to children's children. To such as keep his covenant, and to those who remember his commandments to do them. The Lord has established his throne in heaven, and his kingdom rules over all. Bless the Lord, you his angels who excel in strength, who do his word, heeding the voice of his word. Bless the Lord, all you his hosts, you ministers of his, who do his pleasure. Bless the Lord, all his works, and all places of his dominion. Bless the Lord, O my soul. I had to keep going, guys. That was the whole Psalm 103. So I hope that blessed you guys. God is so good, guys. His ways are good, and he has blessed us so much. And just keep, you staying in this positive attitude, staying in an attitude of gratitude, remembering all that he's done for us, keeping our mind on those positive truths, and staying in that frame of mind is literally, guys, it literally can change our lives, okay? And in so many wonderful ways. I said this in my last video, I'm going to say it again. Life is too short to focus on negative things and to just be in a negative state of mind. Guys, yes, the reality is we live in a fallen world. Yes, the reality is there is a lot of negativity and corruption in the world. Okay, that is the reality. There are trials we have to go through within our own families, within our own lives, within our own minds, but that doesn't mean that God doesn't want us to have joy and peace in our hearts, because he does. One of my favorite scriptures is, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And because I love that scripture so much, that's something I hide in my heart, and I go to it very often, because literally that is what gets you out of that pit. That is what gets you back and gets you to pull up those bootstraps and get back in the game and get up again. We all fall down sometimes, guys, and we all get down and overwhelmed and all of these things, but we've got to get back up. And you do that, for me personally, the way I do that is I go to God and I take on that attitude of gratitude, and I look at all his goodness and I focus on that, and that puts that joy inside of me. And it fills me up again, and it fills me with strength, and it fills me with a renewal and a refreshing spirit to conquer tomorrow and to get up and do it again. And we got to keep going. We got to, we're in a battle. This life is hard, guys, but we can do it with a smile on our face. We can do it with grateful hearts. So I hope you guys are encouraged. I hope you guys are doing good out there. Like I said, guys, it has been a blessing for me to share this with you guys, to share a little piece of my life with you guys, with all the little videos I've put out so far. And I hope you guys are enjoying them. And remember, guys, keep that joy, keep that peace in the midst of whatever's happening, guys. We can have it. And I hope you guys are good out there. Until next time, episode 3, or whatever other video I might put out. I don't know, guys. I have a lot of different ideas of different videos that I'm kind of brainstorming about, things I'm working on. So I hope that you guys enjoy my content. Again, if you do, you like and subscribe and give me some feedback. Until next time, guys, God bless.